Today is test 7. We were here yesterday on test 6. We're going to try and rescue some fish and tadpoles and things from a pond here. They're dying. The fish are dying. We've got to try and rescue them today. If they don't get more rain here, these will all die. So just like it said in the dream on the 16th of June, we're going to rescue some of these fish before they all die. It's nearly all gone. It's drying up very quickly, they're going to die. Yes, this was all water yesterday. Yesterday this was all water. It's drying up, they're all dying. Yeah, because otherwise they'll all die. This will all dry up and they'll die. It's drying up fast. Well, today's day 8. I've got very little dreams last night because you see all this traffic. It keeps you awake, especially last night when it was raining and the roads were very wet, and I don't know exactly how that changes things, but it makes it very much more noisy in here. But I'm really not worried at all because I've got so much right. If I don't get anything else right, I'm home and dry. I always knew that you had to be somewhere as quiet as possible in order to get the dreams right, because your sleep has to be as quiet as possible. And when you wake up in the middle of the night, of course, if there's any noise, you can't claw back from the little threads of the dream what the dream was all about. That doesn't mean you weren't given the information or the data, because you were. It's just that you haven't transferred it from your dream consciousness through your unconscious mind into your conscious memory. And that's at that point you lose it. But what it does mean is that the data is still there. And circumstances are what prevent it. See these clouds? Look at that. And mountains. Aren't they lovely? It's really super. That's the hospital and the university, just right across the street from where I am. And look at this. Loads and loads and loads of wide roads and loads of traffic. And that goes on all night. It doesn't really ever get quiet here. It's really smashing. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to do lots of stuff here.
In fact, I'm going to start taping as we go too.
So am I.
So we're now taping. And I just said this is going to be one of the peak experiences of your trip.
Yep.
You have been saying for the record, you said it would be an awful waste of space.
Yep.
If they were just going to give us hit after hit after hit.
Yep.
This is about lessons.
This is about lessons.
And you're supposed to teach me what you've been doing for the past 12 years so we can come to better understand this. Is that correct?
That's what I believe.
That's what you believe?
Yep.
Okay. And you said to me, and I said to you, did you know what that phrase came from?
It came from Contact.
Right, and you said it was one of your all-time
My favorite film.
It is also my favorite film, but we didn't know that we shared this,
No.
okay? I also told you that it was one of, if not my all-time favorite line from any film. There aren't too many films that I know lines to.
No, well, there's not many I know lines to either.
But I
that one
asked you, how often do you use that in your everyday language?
Oh, I don't.
Right, you said that you don't.
But I remember it from the film very specifically.
But you've never used it. And I asked you, why did you pick it at that moment?
Because I've been thinking of aliens.
Because you've been thinking about aliens, because that's important to you.
Yeah.
But we haven't had that conversation.
No.
Okay. This is the main campus. You and I walked here before, but my space is free.
Uh-huh.
Right? This is the student health center.
Yeah, you're going to get run over, Gary.
Student health center. There's the psychology building.
Right.
And we're going to go this way. And what's this over here?
No idea.
Over here?
A telescope.
Yeah, but what else?
I can't read it from here.
You can't read it from here?
No.
Yeah, so you don't know what it is?
No, I can't read it from here.
Okay, well you keep
It says,
looking.
come and visit the new science store open daily.
Right. And it's at a place called...
Flandreau.
Landrow what?
I don't know.
What are they now showing here?
I don't know.
Well, look on the sign.
Oh, Mars Quest. Oh, that's interesting.
Where are we going?
A planetarium.
And what do they have at planetariums?
They have projectors.
First of all, there's a mineral museum here, which I didn't know that they had. See that? They have a mineral museum. That's new. I didn't know that. And what is a planetarium concerned with?
Well, it is concerned with stars.
Stars and what else?
And space.
Space, did you say?
Yeah.
Space?
Yeah.
Spacecraft and space
yeah.
and... Let's go see what's inside here. Flandreau. Does the name Flandreau mean anything to you, by the way?
No.
Okay.
But I'm not sure that this is good enough.
I wouldn't count that. It's
No.
interesting that it's in the Space Museum.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
interesting is to me is that you had a lot of weird things.
Lot of
I
weird
would
things.
never have expected to be in this place. I wouldn't have guessed that there'd be archaeological things in a planetarium. That to me is weird.
Not convinced.
I didn't say that you should be convinced of anything. I just said that it's strange to me. Because I thought you were just way off.
Yeah, I thought
you were.
I still
way
think
off.
I might be.
With what?
There's a mineral museum.
Let's go down there. Mineral museum. I've never seen this before. Well, I haven't been here in years.
It's nice to know it's so close. What's this? Dried up riverbed.
Dried up riverbed.
And what did Carmen say? She was standing on the edge of a cliff looking over.
Now, does that count?
That might do.
Are we now standing over a cliff
Yes,
looking over?
yeah, we
Look,
might-
these people are standing over a
Yeah,
cliff looking
looking
over.
over, yeah.
Whoa!
And that might count.
All right, well, that's certainly strange.
That's certainly coincidental.
Whoa, look at this. Here's an animal. petroglyphs. That's old.
Well, this is it. This is all. Look, this is archaeological.
Oh, is this archaeological?
Well, of course it is. It's giving you all the periods of history.
Okay. Oh, by the way,
This is now not off anymore.
This is archaeological.
This is not off anymore.
It's not off anymore?
No. This is spot on now.
Spot on.
Yeah. This is now spot on coming down here. Because this is about as archaeological as you can get. And it's the Grand Canyon. And there's the cliffs, and there's the riverbed. And the Grand Canyon is now all but dried up, isn't it, in most places?
Well, yeah, save for where the main river is.
Yeah.
This is definitely.
I mean, this is the Grand Canyon, right?
And it's archaeological.
And it's archaeological.
Even the steps. We're walking up the steps here that have been painted. But there the people sit over the Grand Canyon.
Right?
We're literally looking over the edge of a precipice.
And that is exactly what Carmen dreamt.
And you dreamt.
And I've got a dried up riverbed at the bottom.
Right.
Looking at old things, but...
Well, that's you got. There's no question about
yeah,
that.
but there's still a lot of things missing.
What's missing?
Well, why was I looking at things like old uniforms or pins or badges? That's not here.
Not at all.
But we're going to need the end of the day to answer that. That's not... I mean, that's a capsule on the top there, right?
What? Of course. And there would be spacemen in there.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, look at this. Ooh. This is wild. Earth. Ooh, look at this.
My Melissa would love this.
Really?
She's well into space. She thinks we came from Mars long ago. I'm not sure that she's wrong. Today would prove, and if the pattern's good, an intelligent source. Right? I've always believed an intelligent source. I've always believed that it's us from here gone somewhere else. Proving that is a whole different ballgame.
But maybe we're being led to it.
We are being led to it.
That it's intelligent. And what
To
makes it
search for God.
intelligent?
This is what I said before I even
I
came
know.
in.
And what makes you think this is intelligent?
Because I couldn't know where I'm going, yet way back we've got such a pattern of events for today over 3 days, right, back in June and July, and I'm now being told about overlap. And I was quite happy that when I was thinking this morning, when I was looking through this is to do with overlap. Because it's true that I do get psychic things that have nothing to do with dreams. I sit down and do tarot cards. I did some tarot cards for somebody yesterday and blew them away.
You did?
That guy with long hair that was at your workshop. With a lady, they had the tarot cards out on the table in the garden. But I've forgotten what their names were.
Oh, Dan Lewis?
I don't know.
Lonnie Nelson?
I don't know. Can't remember. There was a woman and a man, but he had like a ponytail.
Like a ponytail?
And I know how old he is.
What?
He's 26.
And is he strong?
Yeah.
Yeah. You blew him away?
She had tarot cards out on the table. And I went in and I said, "Oh, do you want me to give you a reading?" And she said, "Well, I've finished, just please." So I gave him a reading of what was on the table. And apparently, because I didn't hear what she told him, that it was absolutely spot. I did a palm reading for him as well. He's not going to sort himself out till he gets to 35. He's got another 9 years of conflict.
Another 9 years?
That's what I told him. Because he doesn't. His line. You see, palms are very interesting.
I gotta get this on video.
I was told that if your palms match, you're doing what you're meant to be doing. And if they don't match, you're off track somewhere. My palms match exactly, and I'm the only person I've ever seen in the world who can do that, and they match.
Hello? How did it go, Christopher? What would you say?
But no more tomorrow, but an 8.
On a scale from 0 to 10, Christopher gives it an 8, and so do I. However, which is very good. And by the way, the information that he got today, and from the past...
The space capsule?
Yeah, well, I don't want to give him any details,
right.
Chris. Will only apply to today's setting and nothing else. So in that sense, it's perfect. In other words, you can take the pattern of information. It isn't confused with any of the other settings. So in that sense, it's perfect. However, for reasons I can't tell you right now, there are aspects of it that are very confusing. And the lesson is becoming even more amazing. And by the way, the thing that we were discussing just this second, because we just got through taping him, was that that what the data, particularly today, when you take it in the context of everything else may say, is that there's a level of intelligence about dictating what information comes through on what days to ensure that there's no overlap of significant information from day to day. And that is the truly, that's the really, of course, that's his ultimate question, which is the search for God, the proof of intelligence, and so on. Yes? Okay. Okay. As long as that person has credibility and can stand up to scrutiny. And as long... Well, I know Randy, for example, and I wouldn't want to have him pick it. Let's talk about it later, okay? But I think it's, you can tell me more, but I think it's, I think I hear you in principle, and I like the idea. Okay? The critical thing is that I not know, and that you not know. And you can know who the person is, but you can't know what the object is. So that when you're here and he's here, we don't know what the object is until we call this person when it's done. Okay. I'll tell Chris about Debbie, and with him, by the way, there's going to be a bidding war, probably, because we already have somebody else also in Hollywood who's not deeply interested, which is